Okay, so let's go over these real fast. So, to start us off, we had our PbO2. Okay, don't use prefixes. Okay, so you want to run yourself through the questions. Is there a metal? Yes. Is it a transition metal? Yes. So that tells you Roman numerals. We got to figure those out. So we can't pay attention to this guy. We're going to pay attention to our anion. So our anion is oxygen. He's in group 16. So how far away is he from being a noble gas? 2. He has a -2 charge. That's what I'm asking. So the oxidation number on oxygen is -2. -2 times 2 means we have an overall what negative charge? -4. Needs to balance out to 0. That's the whole reason we're bonding. So the positive needs to be opposite, right? So we need to have, I shouldn't write the positive there, sorry. So we need to have 4 for this, and then we're going to double check to see how many leads we have. We have 4 divided by 1, which tells us that our charge is a +4. So because we found that out, now we're going to use that for our Roman numeral. So you should end with lead, Roman numeral 4, oxide. Okay? Okay. So moving on. So now we have Li2SO3. Is there a metal? Is there metal? Yes. Is it a transition metal? No. So we're going to start by just writing what it is. So we have lithium. So this is Li2SO3, sorry. So we have lithium. Then we look at our second part. Is it an element or is it a polyatomic? Polyatomic. So we look at our list on the inside, and who is SO3? Sulfite. Okay. Now we have PCl3. Okay. Is there a metal? Why are you guessing? You should look at your periodic table. Is there anything from the left-hand side of your periodic table? No. Okay, so since there is none, we have to switch our brain to use what? What do covalent things only have? Prefixes. Good. So do we put a mono for the first one?
No.
Never. So we're just going to go into phosphorus. And then for the chlorine, we're going to go trichloride. Good. Okay, and that was all on the homework. So hopefully you did that. If we have time at the end of class, we'll go over the answers. Okay? All right. So that was writing the names. Now looking at our names and wanting the formulas. Okay, the first one we have is iron 3 phosphide. So we are going to start by writing out the symbol for iron. The +3, oops, I just told you. The Roman numeral 3 means +3. No figuring anything out for that, okay? And then phosphide, is it end with 8 or ite? No, it ends in ide, right? So that just means it's regular old phosphorus. Okay, so it's not a polyatomic, basically. So since it's phosphorus, he's in group 15, so he has a what charge? -3. Good. We're going to take those two charges and crisscross them. So we end up with Fe3P3. However, because it's an ionic solid, these numbers just mean what is the ratio. So just like in math class, if you had a 3/3, would your teacher let you leave it that way? No, they would ask you to simplify it, right? We can't simplify it to just one big number, but we would have 1 to 1, right? So what that means is that in chemistry, we can reduce these down if they are the same, or they can be simplified, okay? So like a 2 to 4, a 3 to 6, any of those can be simplified, okay? So this would have just been FeP, okay? Good so far? Okay, so next we have sodium nitride. Sodium nitride. So we're going to start with Na. I should have been asking you if there's a metal, because then that would tell you to pay attention to prefixes or not, but it's kind of like if you don't see any prefixes, you know, you don't have to use them, right? So we have to do the crisscrossing thing. But anyway, so sodium is Na. What's the charge on sodium if it's in group 1? Positive 1, good. Nitrogen, because it's just nitride, so it's not nitrate or nitrite. Okay, so nitrogen is in group 15, so it has a -3 charge. Crisscross those, you end with Na3N. Okay. How's the crisscrossing going? Okay so far? A little bit? Okay. And then finally, the last one that we have, oh, I totally shrunk it. I'll just move that. Okay. Last one we have is diphosphorus hexoxide. So what stands out to you in those? Yeah, the prefixes, right? So di means how many? 2. So we're going to have diphosphorus, and then hex oxide means what? 6. Yep, so O6. Okay.